All right, so this is the demo for you guys, so pay attention. You're going to have two things going on. I'm going to be showing you literally what's happening with the controls, and you're going to want to watch the screen because that's the connection. So here's the opening. When everybody opens up the program, here's the first thing you have. You want to make sure, and we're going to go through that with the PowerPoint. So all of this is set up. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but specifically you come down to fly with these options. So here's my cursor right here. I'm simply just going to click fly with these options. Program setting up. So we're going to wait a minute. We're going to wait a minute, and I'm going to walk you through takeoff for this section. So after we hit that fly with these options, you now see here's the Cessna control panel. Well, a few things you guys want to see is I'm pretty good at knowing that I want a couple views. This view, rear view, and then I click down on the views, and then I get those control panel. There's other views, but I want you guys to focus on clicking down with the views and also clicking right to get those two views. Both these views are very important. So let's go back to the control panel. Something we taught you for the takeoff is that you're mainly going to want to watch this screen where you see how many knots you're going. And there's that green and yellow line. We're going to try to get to about 70 knots, which is between 60 and 80, and that's time to lift the plane up. Okay, so watch how I get through that. I've already got my throttle full, and you can see that the propeller is spinning. If we had a high volume, you'd hear that the engine is running. So my throttle's up. It started down here, and you lift it up. The second thing I'm going to do is on the back of the left part of the controls, the left side of the yokes, you can see this red button. That button's going to access this word right here on the screen. If you come up close, take a look. This word right here says brakes. Now you might not be able to read it, but I'm pointing at the yellow writing right there. So by pushing that button, that word brakes disappears. Because I've got my throttle up, now the plane takes off. One thing you can see is it's drifting left. I'm turning my steering wheel here. You can see the steering wheel there, and I'm trying to stay on the runway. Let's go back to the side view, back view. I get back on the runway. I can go back down to the bottom. See my knots is coming up 60, 70. Now I can take off. I go back to this view. I lift up a little bit. Not too much, and you see I take off, and I can already level off if I want, or keep raising the altitude. There's a blue line in the middle of the light colors. There's a dark blue line. That's the horizon. So I kind of get back to the horizon, and I straighten out that blue line. You can see if you're turned, that blue line starts changing. If you're turned the other way, it starts changing. But notice how my controls, I'm really relaxed, and I've got the horizon right there. So once you're up in the air, that's pretty much all you need to do. I'm going to go ahead and push pause, and that's kind of taken off. So you guys can watch this portion maybe one or two times. It's a few minutes, and you really got to get good with throttle, get good with that releasing the brake, and understand that you're not herky-jerking the controls. It's a simple way of controlling, lightly lifting up when you get to 70 knots, and then also coming back to a controlled horizon. We'll get in depth more, but that's basically taken off, which is really easy if you focus and execute those simple steps. So here's a situation of landing. The most important thing about landing is that we're going to set it up for you, and you understand where the runway is, and you want to see the timing of releasing the throttle, bringing down the flaps, and using the brakes as I come to the runway and got all three wheels down. So there's some steps right there. Again, it's throttle, dropping the flaps, and knowing how to glide in and hit the brakes. So I'm in the cockpit control panel mode. I'm going to switch down over into the behind view. And you can already see I'm trying to line up, gently lining up with the runway. And I know that my plane is right on the runway. I can see it. Bringing the throttle down. I need to lose power kind of quick because I'm creeping up on it. Now I'm bringing the flaps down. Let me push this button right here. Whoa! That was kind of close.